Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear and I'm the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password. Today is actually Monday, October 17th, 2022. This past week has been somewhat interesting, to say the least. Originally, I had an appointment for replacing my internet modem because it's been a year and a half since I've had the contract. They were to come out on Friday, the 7th. They did not arrive until Tuesday, at which time everything was replaced and everything was fine until Saturday, when there was an unexpected storm, which brought down palm leaves onto my outside connecting cable wire and severed the cable. So unfortunately, I had no internet all of Saturday afternoon and all of Sunday. The technicians did come out and spent all day and right into the evening, past almost 9 o'clock on a Sunday, to replace the wire and provide me with another new upgraded modem. So now I have better connection and faster service. So who would have known that a little bit of rain could have done so much damage? But it also provided me with a little bit of an opportunity to sit back and disconnect from everything and everyone. So I had lots of time to play. So this week, our topic is playing with money. And as we do each week, we read a spiritual practice called affirmative prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. And this is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts with all good. So today, let's move into our service with intention as we do each week with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. So I'd like to remind you that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. There is only one life, one power, and one infinite intelligence. It is the essence of all that is. This spirit is God, expresses itself through me, as me, and by means of me. Every day and in all ways, I am grateful for the ability to change the direction of my life. I know that my strong spiritual connection deepens the field of possibilities. I always stay on course with a positive attitude. I am fully aware that I'm guided by the divine essence that makes my life extraordinary. I set time aside to commune with that quiet voice within. Sitting in the silence raises my connection to source and lifts up my vibration to match the universal energy. I expect my life to flow with greater purpose as my good is clear. I remain in faith, knowing my evolution is remarkable. I am always aligning myself with source, which makes me healthy and strong. I live in gratitude Knowing I am divinely inspired, I release my word to law, knowing it is already done, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by Patty Kaplan, a licensed practitioner from Palm Desert, California. Normally, I choose a treatment from the Creative Thought magazine that is somewhat in alignment with the talk. However, today I randomly chose one, and it seemed to be in alignment with the week that I've been having. So let's continue with our purpose, vision, and mission statements. Each week, we have a grand purpose here, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity, and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, which is creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta, we honor all faiths, all traditions, all paths. Everyone is welcome, no matter what size you are, what color, your age, your culture, background, your sex, your beliefs. Everyone here is welcome. So thank you for coming and sharing this day with me today. And hopefully you will return each week. We teach a philosophy called the science of mind, and it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. And we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, such as our opening spiritual mind treatment. And as I mentioned, we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes was asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message, and we are meeting Sundays at 12 o'clock in our new location, Calle Venezuela, number 232 on the rooftop. So if you've missed the Zoom meeting and you're here in Puerto Vallarta, you can come and join us in person and hang out with us after the service for some great conversation with like-minded people. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, you can either post them wherever you are watching this replays or chat with me in person, or even send me a direct email and I'll be sure to respond. So, money. We love it, we hate it, we fear it, we want it. We're so confused about it. And as we get our consciousness straight around money, money will get straight around us. So let's play. Yes, today we're talking about money. And Raymond Charles Barker described money as God's idea of circulation and activity in my world. We apply our year-long theme, which is everyday wonder, to this topic, which often has an emotional charge for us, especially in a spiritual center. To allow God's circulation in the form of money to happen in our life, we must love money. Not in a fear-based, hoarding, clinging way, but as we love all of God, we must release old beliefs and stories that have hampered this flow. Money is as spiritual as everything else. Like everything else, it is an effect that shows up as the cause of our consciousness directs it to. In The Science of Mind, Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote this: I always have an abundance of money and an abundance of whatever it takes to make life happy and opulent. There is a continuous movement toward me of supply, of money, of all that I need to express the fullest life, happiness, and action. The abundance, opulence, and joy of the universe should be reflected in our lives, since we are all expressions of the universe. Trivent Financial, a Fortune 500 not-for-profit company, uses the phrase, money is a tool, not a goal. And when we recognize that we have the privilege of using this divine idea in the mind of God as a tool to express the nature of the divine, we open to its sacredness as well as our own and that of the world. In Prosperity Plus 2, Mary Morrissey shares the story of going to hear Raymond Charles Barker speak. He was in his 70s, elegantly dressed, with a head full of white hair. And he pulled out several $100 bills from his wallet, fanned them out so that everyone could see them, and like this. And then he said, "This is money. I love money." And then he proceeded to kiss them. And Mary recalls that she was horrified, thinking he wasn't even spiritual. And then he said, "If you had any thought of revulsion, repulsion, or judgment about money, money heard you. Why would money go where it's not loved? Why would you not love the symbol of your freedom?" Now imagine if I had a little boy here and I held him up and said, "This is my grandson. I love my grandson," and proceeded to kiss him. If you thought any differently about me loving money and me loving my grandson, you are programmed that it's not okay to love money. Eric Butterworth wrote this in Spiritual Economics: there is little likelihood that your life can become fully functioning with prosperity unless you have a positive and creative attitude towards money. So money is a divine idea of circulation in our human world. Thus, it is sacred, as is everything else in the world. Many people have been domesticated, and this is the term used by Don Miguel Ruiz, into the belief that money is bad, it's evil, not spiritual, and the likes. Many carry judgment, shame, and guilt around money. We're taught to not talk about it, pretending we don't want it, even though we do. And if we have lots, we either flaunt it or hide it. If we have a little, we also flaunt it, talking about our poverty making us good people, or we hide it. For many, money is the epicenter of the belief that I shouldn't have what I really want. But money is simply a tool to circulate energy. That's why it's called currency. As we free ourselves from the old beliefs and the emotional conflicts that surround money in our culture and in our families, we experience a healthy relationship with money. It flows in, we keep some, and we release it with ease, knowing that money is always in circulation. The infinite is incapable of withholding its nature from us. Its nature is, as we have seen from the talks 2 weeks ago, opulent, extravagant, lavish abundance. Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote this: we should expect so much good that we should conceive of it as being more than we even have time to enjoy. We should feel the presence, appreciate, and give thanks for this good. So sit with money, preferably a larger denominational bill, say $100 or whatever is the largest amount that you have. I have millions of dollars. This one was given to me from my Uncle Jerry many years ago, and I treasure it as a symbol of always being prosperous. And I have many $1,000,000 from the universe. So as you contemplate this bill, listen to the chatter that happens in your mind. Use this as an opportunity to discover what you really feel about money. Bring a sense of wonder to this everyday thing. And jot down any old limiting beliefs that you no longer want to keep and release them, perhaps in a bonfire. And then write the true-based beliefs that you want to incorporate going forward. Ernest Holmes wrote this in The Creative Mind and Success: a person is just what they think themselves to be. They are big in capacity if they think big thoughts. They are small in capacity if they think small thoughts. They will attract to themselves what they think most about. So yes, money is an effect. It responds to our consciousness, just as do our bodies and the world of all our affairs. Money is just a symbol, one which we energize with our beliefs and feelings. As we realize that money is neither good nor bad, but just a tool for self-expression, our beliefs and feelings calm down and align with truth. As we realize that we are constantly immersed in the wealth that God is and that God never cuts us off, we become more trusting, more peaceful, and more gentle around the flow and circulation of money in our lives. As we become more peaceful, we can enact everyday wonder around how money works in our lives and in the world. Money becomes our friend. And you can get to know our friend better. Also, we can see how money outpictures our own self-worth and value. Most of us don't have a gentle yet realistic view of how valuable we are. But consider this: if the universe didn't want or need you here, you wouldn't be here. The infinite oneness is taking the time, the energy, and thought to be you. So value yourself. And since money is an effect, it will respond. Reverend Harry Emerson Fosdick wrote this: a dollar is a miraculous thing. It is a person's personal energy reduced to a portable form. It can go anywhere we cannot, lifting burdens and saving lives with which he cannot directly deal. I also have a dollar bill from Canada before they became loonies. And this one has never been in circulation. It's a keepsake, a reminder of the perfection of the money. So one of our beliefs is that we must, one of our beliefs that we must release is the pie idea of money. That if I have more, I will deprive someone else. And when we recognize money as a symbol of wealth, a tool for the expression of wealth, we realize that we can't drain the universe of wealth. If we enjoy wonderful health, it doesn't deprive anyone else of health. And if we're joyously in love, it doesn't mean that somebody else is excluded from love. But when it comes to wealth, we forget that truth of the divine. Then, being good people, we hold ourselves back and deprive ourselves in the name or the idea of making sure that there's plenty for everyone. So years ago, a prosperity teacher calculated that there was enough money in the world for every living person to have $8 million each. And there's no lack in the infinite, just in the conditioning of our minds. Money is, of course, not the only way for wealth to express in our lives, but we must be willing for that wealth to flow in the ways that are highest and best. To hold back out of a belief in lack, deprivation, and not enough just perpetuates the global consciousness of poverty. But we are here to thrive. Paul Laut wrote this in the book, Money is My Friend. Financial freedom is when you never do anything you don't want to do for money, and you never omit doing something you want to do because of lack of money. So go out there and live your life. You have a life of wealth. So we can either recognize that money is neither good nor bad, and not something evil or something to be worshipped. We align with the nature of the universe, which is always flowing, always has plenty. And we bring curiosity, everyday wonders to this tool of divine expression in our lives. It's no longer a taboo topic. You don't need to hide or flaunt, just be with it. We free ourselves from the thought cages that have imprisoned our divine splendor. And so now I'll leave you with this quote from Charles Fillmore. Prosperity is not wholly a matter of capital or environment, but a condition brought about by certain ideas that have been allowed to rule in the consciousness. And that brings us to our affirmation for the week. I open fully to spirit circulation in my life as money. And so now that brings us our time of mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. And yes, that means money. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. And we bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, whether it's $5 or $50 or anything in between or more. Donations can be made either using PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org. When you arrive on the landing page, you'll see two buttons, one for PayPal and one for Tithely. There's also additional buttons, the same ones, on the page where you see the weekly talks. However, if you still like to write out a paper check, you can do so and mail it to CSLPV, number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. So now, if you would like to join me in our offertory affirmations. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment to assist you with change or whatever it is that you're experiencing in life, or something you would like to experience, please connect with me. And if you would like to become a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this upcoming year, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact us so that you can be sent the current form. And I'd also like to remind you to subscribe and like our YouTube channel and Facebook page. If you're interested in learning more about the science of mind teaching, we recently offered the course Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, which was held online. And this course will be offered again later in the year. Currently, we are teaching the foundations classes in person in Espanol. Yes, in Spanish. And at the end of this month, we will be starting a Zoom class for the first year of practitioners. This is the Advanced Consciousness Studies. So if you have the prerequisites to start this class and are looking for something online, please connect with me so that you can be sure to be registered and receive the Zoom link. Also, let me know if there's another course or a workshop that, or even a book study that you would like or be interested in taking, and we can plan a date for those as well. In the meantime, let's continue with practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us. And peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. It also includes standing up against injustice. So may peace and love be with you. Thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Peace and blessings to all. Namaste.